Here we are on Anglesey on a lovely sunny day, and I'm holding a painting by one of Wales's greatest artists, Kyffin Williams, who lived on Anglesey, born on Anglesey, and died on Anglesey.
Yes,
so how come you got this?
Well, my brother bought this in an auction in Colwyn Bay about 10, 15 years ago.
And did you know Kyffin at all?
I did, yes. I worked for Kyffin directly because I was the curator at the Royal Cambrian Academy in Conway and he was the president. So we had a lot of contact. He was amazing, a lovely, lovely man.
Well, I spoke to him once on the phone because people were faking his work and I had to send a photograph to him and said, is this a fake? And he said, yes, it is. Mm-hmm. And I actually spoke to him a few years before he died in 2006. And I thought, what a lovely man. So Kyffin lived near here?
Yes, he did, in a little cottage down there on the Straits, right on the edge of the Straits, called Plas. He had a very mischievous side, but he was passionate about painting and passionate about art and just loved to paint. And he loved the mountains and the hills, but he also painted sea wonderfully well because he was at school in Triartha Bay and he loved the sunsets.
Because when you look at this work, it's fantastic because it's classic palette knife work that one used to see a lot in the 50s and 60s. Yes. But he's captured the mountains, you know, when you look at the way and the ruggedness of it. These are typical of his colour tones, the greys and the dark greens, which can be very sombre. But in this light, they just sing. I find this very interesting. I remember in the 90s, he's one of these artists that in the international art world took off in the mid-90s. Suddenly people started discovering him and outside Wales and internationally, and his prices went right up. I'm going to ask you a question because you bought it when?
I think it was about 10 years ago.
Yeah. And what did you pay for it then?
My brother paid £9,000 for it.
What he's done well, I'm going to say to you, is £12,000 to £18,000. And I would have said to you, had I valued it about 4 or 5 years ago when the market was at peak, I would have said 15 to 25,000.
Right.
But having said that, it's a wonderful picture.
It's lovely, thank you very much indeed.